Pacino and Parliament.
Al Pacino.
I'll give a real answer. I mean, for me it was, you know, Sean Penn, Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, you know, Jack Nicholson. I mean, those guys were just amazing. And I went to school. Everyone on this panel probably knows her, but I studied with Stella Adler up until she died. And when she opened her school in LA, and you know, I was in school for 4 years with Benicio del Toro, Mark Ruffalo, and these guys, and like, you know, just believe it or not, just watching like Benicio del Toro do a scene, you were like, wow, this is where the bar is. You know, it was pretty amazing.
I went to the Stella Adler.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did.
What year?
We'll
take this offline.
It's pretty boring, though. It's pretty boring. No, those are some old school Hollywood professionals. You got to have your stuff together if you want to go on stage with one of those people, for sure.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I as actors, I always totally admire Meryl Streep and Jessica Lange, but and Johnny Depp now.
Yeah.
Not when I worked
awesome.
with him, but he's awesome. Yeah. But I learned a lot, I think, in terms of learning about the industry and how to be an actor was Richard Dreyfuss and Emilio Estevez. When I worked with them in Stakeout, they were just so genuine, so friendly, and so like cool outside of the set too. You know, like anyway, I got some.
Our directors, if you guys, I mean, the director that I worked with on Nightmare 4, you guys know Rennie Harlan, who went on to be very successful, and then Stephen Hawkins also. And directors help you a lot as an actor. If you're sucking, they're going to tell you. They're going to be like, hey, you need to change this or do this. And so both of those directors for 4 and 5 were really professional and really good directors. Both of them have gone on to be really successful in the industry.
Okay, right here.
The Shining.
That's a good answer.
Red Rock. All day long.
Rosemary's
What a
Baby.
Stranger
Those
Calls.
damn twins.
The original. Yeah.
Twilight's own version of Little Shop of Horrors.
Black Christmas.
Yes. Christmas. That freaked me out so much. It really terrified me.
No, never the remake.
No,
Always the original.
Yeah, the original. Oh, it was terrifying.
I remember Amityville, The Exorcist. You guys remember that one? The original Exorcist? Pretty sure that freaked a lot of people out.
Yeah, no,
I had to see that.
Yeah.
And actually, I was probably like, I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street 1 came out, and it was pretty scary for people. Like, if you were that age, it was pretty scary. Freddy was a pretty scary dude.
I think for me, Psycho.
Yeah. Psycho too. Yeah.
Definitely Rosemary's Baby for me.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And The Brood. The Brood was
Yeah.
freaky.
Scares me still.
Yeah.
Freaky little kids.
And Jaws, but I don't know if it counts for Jaws.
That was just on. I love Jaws.
Oh, I was terrified of the water for so long after Jaws.
Who else has a question? Here.
We seen that we actually did that scared us, like we had a nightmare after kind of thing. I had this scene, they cut the scene out of the movie, but I'm wearing a white nightgown and I go downstairs and like sleepwalking and open the refrigerator door and I'm sprayed with blood. And to see yourself, like especially white material with blood, and it looks so real, it was really freaking to see that. I mean, because they just have this big canister, the hose, and they just slowly spray you down. You're like, wow. That Carrie moment, Anyway, that was creepy. Yeah, you feel like you're alive, but you look dead. Yeah.
Right here.
You guys get to pal around behind the scenes, and if so, do you have any funny stories?
Yeah, I remember one. I remember a good one. Stephen Hawkins took, I think Eric and I, we went out to dinner, and I don't know if anybody else But it was funny. Steven got a little tipsy, and we were all going up some canyon in Hollywood in a Jeep, and we turned the corner, and Steven's like, "Ah!" You know, so I was like, "Don't walk in here." So that was a fun pal around story. I had to pull him back from the gravity.
Jeez. The director's about to roll out of the Jeep.
Yeah.
Your back's
We're making some pretty
it's gonna
wild.
fall out.
Yeah. I liked him enough to pull him back in.
Brendan?
Hey, this is a question for Joe. Stephen Hopkins was big into the comics and graphic novels, and your character obviously was the same way. Was that something that you brought to it, or was that something that...
I think that came from him, but I also was into comics, but I was into the underground comics. I wasn't into necessarily superhero comics.
Yeah.
I was digging like the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers and Zippy the Pinhead. I'd find these old comics, you know, Winsor McKay stuff, you know. But I was really into that art. I think it was beautiful. Then Stephen actually took me to the Golden Apple, which is this great comic book store in LA, and he showed me the Dark Knight, Frank Miller stuff, Elektra Assassin, and I was blown away because the art was so good. And I'd seen so much bad kind of art when I was a kid that if the art's bad, I'm not going to read it. I don't care, you know. So like The Watchmen is about as far down the artistic chain as I can go. If it's that static. So yeah, we kind of melded together. I came more from like the goofy underground hippie culture, and he showed me the superhero culture, and now I did it well. Thank you.